Hello, welcome to another episode of This, That, and the Other. And one of the things I thought about discussing on future shows is books that I'm currently reading. And one right now is the story of Vince Lombardi, When Pride Still Mattered. It's a very thick book and really goes into the history, starting with his childhood in New York. Vince Lombardi was born June 11, 1913 in Brooklyn, New York, and died September 3rd, 1970 in Washington, D.C. He played on the offensive line for Fordham. Matter of fact, they were called the Granite Wall. And like I said, it starts with his childhood, and then start talking about him playing football, playing for Fordham, and then he began his coaching career as an assistant and later as head coach at St. Cecilia High School in Englewood, New Jersey, and was later on an assistant coach at Fordham University, where he coached with Jim Lansing. Then after that, he took a job at West Point as an assistant for Earl Red Blake. And then the New York Giants contacted him. He thought they were going to interview him for the head coaching position, which didn't happen. They instead hired Jimmy Lee Howell as the head coach, and Vince Lombardi was the offensive coordinator, and Tom Landry was the defensive coordinator for the Giants. They're both with the assistant coaches with the same team. Quite a coaching staff. And I've gotten to the part of the 1956 season as with him being the assistant coach, one of the assistant coaches of the New York Giants, and he's thinking, am I ever going to be a head coach? He's thinking, I'm 45 years old now, and that's where I'm at in the book right now. I'll discuss more of it as I read more on it, but it's a very good book. He died in 1970 during the preseason from cancer. Never had a losing season as a coach in the NFL, compiling a regular season winning percentage of 73.8, 96, 34, and 6, and 90%, 9-1 in the postseason for an overall record of 105 wins, 35 losses, and 6 ties. He was enshrined in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and the NFL's Super Bowl trophy was named in his honor. That's basically what I've got. I mean, it talks too about his getting married, and his son Vince Lombardi Jr. and 5 years later a daughter. And I mean, this book, this is a good book. It really goes into detail on his life, and like I said, it's called When Pride Still Mattered. I think I probably bought this in the early 2000s, maybe at Costco. Costco used to have quite a book section. They had tables out and books spread out. That's probably where I got it. But anyway, like I said, I'm looking for more ideas on shows to do in the future. Shows about preserving history, especially obscure aspects of history. That being said, like, subscribe, share. As always, thanks for watching.